What's up, YouTube? Oh, why is it lagging so much? Wait. I'm waiting for the lag to finish. Oh my god. Oh, oh my goodness. Holy shit. Holy, I need a camera. Holy. It has never lagged this much before. Why is it lagging like this? What the fuck? I'm waiting for the lag to finish. Whoa. How many apps are running on this fucking device? YouTube. Why is it lagging so much? Well, okay, now we finally finished the lag. Okay, let me start the intro. What's up, YouTube? My name is Kai Khalakhan. I go by the alias Kim, which is QHIIIM, and that's mainly because white people just do not know how to pronounce my name. And welcome to another trader recap. Today we're going to be going over the trade that I took on July 17th, 2026. And with that being said, let's get right into it. I don't wanna be too slow and then it starts lagging at the intro. You know, the intro is the most important thing. Yeah, let's get into it. Right? Yeah, it was a loss. Pianowski for my pocket watches. You know, we lost about what 126, $127, bro. I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, this day I didn't even feel like trading because I was so out of routine that it felt like I'm forcing things to happen now. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know when you don't go by your usual routine, it doesn't feel like the day is falling into place as it should. Right? It's like you forcing the day to do this instead of just letting it. You know, that's why you have a routine, right? When you follow your routine, your whole day falls into place. You do the hard thing, you work out, you eat good at certain time, blah blah. The whole day just falls into place. This day it didn't fall into place on whatsoever, bro. I swear. So that sucked, right? Even with this trade, it felt like I was forcing it just because I was so off routine, you know. But yeah. With that being said, let's get into it, right? This was a loss. I do not know the risk to reward ratio of this. I think it's a 1 to whatever, right? Obviously. Yeah, man, it was a loss. But yeah, let's get into it, right? We go to the hourly time frame to identify our daily bias. And then we did not have any hourly gaps. We did not have fully formed hourly gaps, right? We had this hourly gap, and I just didn't want to wait a whole hour for this to form, right? So I just forced the trade. Don't force trade, guys. You know, it's a lesson. This trade was forced. That's why I lost, honestly. Right? We did not have like an hourly confluence. I went to the hourly time frame to determine my daily bias to see like if there's an hourly confluence or whatever, right? Or a bearish hourly gap, right? You know, and then I saw that okay, we had this that wasn't fully formed yet, and then I went to the 50-minute time frame. I was like, okay, we have this 50-minute time frame that was supposed to be supposed. Oh my goodness, this was supposed to be a sponsored gap, right? But it's not a sponsored gap. That's the thing, right? Because I didn't wait for what is this? I didn't wait for this hourly candle right here. This let me go back to the hour. For this hourly candle to close off right here, right? Because when it closed off, wait, let me just show. There you go, right? There's no hourly gap there. There was no hourly gap to sponsor this 50-minute time frame and this 50-minute key level. So it ended up as a loss by proxy, right? So go by the 50-minute time frame. Go to the 50-minute time frame. The 50-minute time frame, I see that okay, we do have this bearish fair value gap whatsoever, blah 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 blah. And then I waited for a Judas swing, right? I waited for the market. I wanted the market to come here, go here, retrace off of this gap that was supposedly or what I deemed to be sponsored at the time, but it wasn't. And then come back down, you know? Oh, that's weird. Come back down. Judas swing, I just learned that yesterday, fun fact. I didn't even know this was a Judas swing, honestly speaking. But yeah, so I'm thirsty. So yeah, man. I went to the 15-minute time frame, right? And then I was like, okay, I want a confirmation standpoint with it, which is an IFVG. Went to the 5-minute time frame. I saw that okay, we're stalling here. We're retracing off of this. As we were retracing off of this, I started looking for an inverse fair value gap. I think I said that like about 3 times now. Right, I go to 3 minute, I see that okay, I do have an inverse fair value gap. An inverse fair value gap. I should have kept that for an outro, honestly speaking. I saw that we did have an inverse fair value gap and some low range liquidity accumulating here, right? So this gave me further conviction on it, but it still wasn't it was a boneless trade. There wasn't the hourly confluences that I needed to base off the trade. You know what I'm saying? So I just went about with the lower time frame confluences, which is the worst thing you could ever do when it comes to trading. You have to get hourly confluence. You have to. You have to, right? Because the hourly confluences is what determine the daily bias overall, right? If you see respected hourly key levels, most likely, it's gonna respect those key levels or the sponsored key levels in the lower time frame by those hourly key levels, if that makes sense in any way, shape, or form. I hope it does, right? So what I did, I was like, okay, there's low range liquidity accumulating right here, and it went through. I entered in the second candle right here, and then as I entered in the second candle, I think I entered right here. I'm not sure actually. The second candle, I was like, okay, we're gonna get a retracement right there, and then as soon as we closed on the outside of this candle, I was like, yeah, I'm cooked, bro. Like I'm cooked right here at this candle. I knew I was cooked right there. I was cooked right there. Then proceeded to hit my stop loss, my SL, and that was it for the day. There was some bullshit low range liquidity, honestly, because this got swept right here. So another thing to note down. But yeah, overall, this was a loss, and reason why it was a loss, I just tried to force it. Honestly, I went outside my daily routine. I didn't just look at. Oh my goodness, it's lagging again. I didn't just look at the chart and be like, "Nah, I'm done for the day," or I'll be like, I don't see what I want to see. I'm not seeing what I want to see. My conditions are not filled. The terms and conditions haven't been filled yet, so I might as well not even trade for the day. I don't even want to trade today, that day. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter, honestly. A loss is a loss. You accept it quick, and then you move on from it, and then you learn a lesson from that, and you don't reenact the same level, the same. You learn a lesson from it, and you don't reenact the same actions. All right. So yeah, overall, that kind of sucked. But yeah, that's what you're gonna get from me, guys. My name is Kaya Khalakhala. I go by the alias Kim, which is QA triple IM, and that's mainly because white people just do not know how to pronounce my name. And oh, that time I had a fun. I'm out.